What's up, guys? Jeremy from RC Nightmare here, bringing you a brand new product, one that I'm super excited to get, and one I won't make the mistake of selling. This is the new Thunder Tiger ST4 G3. They really need to get a little bit easier to remember names, but this is basically a more officially truggy version of probably the MT4. They might not say it's exactly the same, but once we take off the shell, you'll really see that it shares just about everything, except there's a few small things that are different that make it awesome. So let's just get right into it here. This basically has everything I loved about the MT4, and it's just a little more aggressive, a little more race, kind of like the race version of it. It's got just unbelievable features. It's got front, rear, and center differentials. We're going to take these out. These are the tires. We'll check those out in a moment. What else can I tell you as I take it apart here? It's got an 80 amp ESC with basically the same motor as the Thunder Tiger MT4 G3. We'll get to those boxes in a moment. Take out the manual here. I gotta say, I'm really, really excited about this. Comes as a ready to run and then an almost ready to run. Dun, 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 dun. We'll take better care of the box this time because I know I offended some people by tossing around the box. So this is it. Let me get my handy dandy cutting tool. Nothing if I'm not prepared. There it is. So as you can see, I went with a sexy purple color. It actually comes in 4 different colors. I probably would have went with the black if I didn't already have so many kind of black colored RCs. Ugh. Sorry about that, guys and gals. Okay, so here it is. Let's get the shell off. What I really love about Thunder Tiger is, I mean, they've really started to put out some amazing kits. And it's not just press. You know, a lot of times people will say like, oh, a lot of sweet kits are coming out by so-and-so, and then, you know, there really aren't that many sweet kits. I can see that they jumped into at least the late 90s with their shell colors. It looks better. It still looks a little, I don't know. I don't like these window cutouts. I'd just rather have a clean, clear one. But that's like, you know, irrelevant. So as we look at the chassis, it looks obviously very familiar to their A-scale buggy and the G3 MT4. Same sort of A-arm design. It's basically aluminum everything with countersunk screws on the bottom. It's got what looks like one of the early upsetting things is, if you notice, we have plastic shocks. Boo. Not even threaded. That's kind of a letdown. They call these like oversized. I don't know if they're technically big bore or not. But that's, you know, at first blush, I see that that's kind of disappointing, but you have fully adjustable camber and toe, as well as ride height, so you can adjust just about everything. And you've got kind of the familiar little guard down here on the bottom. Let's take the battery. I really love this battery, well, I guess chassis cover for a lot of reasons. One, you know, it kind of just keeps everything in there, secure. It's very easy to take off, which is a big plus, right? You've got inside here, looks like you've got the Ace RC. I think that's an 80 amp ESC, along with the 2000 kV Ripper motor. It's basically exactly the same motor and ESC setup as the MT4, if I'm remembering correctly. But that was totally fine. This limits out at 4S, although I'm told that you can upgrade the ESC to bump it up to 6S. But as someone who's run the MT4, really 4S is fine. You run the lipos kind of vertically in here, just stack them in. Let's see what, if anything interesting is in here. So we've got instruction manuals for the motor, ESC, remote. You've got a tube for the antenna. You know, this is still pretty long cable for a 2.4 gigahertz. It's interesting. So let's get these. What do we have here? Okay, we have our remote. This is the Cougar, kind of very basic 2.4 gigahertz remote, although you've got the binding switch on the back and you've got adjustments for throttle and steering trim on the top here, along with looks like a couple other buttons for must be exponential, I'm assuming. This is a 4 battery, I believe. Oh, wrong. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battery. Boo. I do not like 6 batteries in remotes, but it's such a small thing, especially since, honestly, I don't want to complain too much about it because I'm going to hook it up with the Spectrum probably anyway. What do we have in here? Ooh, we've got our wing. I'm told actually the eRevo wing also is interchangeable with this. And, ooh, this is kind of nice. This is a really nice little toolkit here. You've got your Dean's connectors, you've got your toolkit, all your spare parts, spacers for the shocks, which of course you'll need because they're not threaded. You've got your Allen keys and your tire wrench with extender. You know, the nice thing about, to be honest with you, if we weren't trying to kind of pump out a bunch of RC videos, I probably never would have sold the G3 MT4. A lot of people, I'm just taking the tires out here. A lot of people, you know, I'm not a big, like, anything is the best of anything ever. You know, how could anyone really know that? But obviously, Thunder Tiger has its group of fans. One thing I noticed is if you notice on the box, they have these yellow, like, fancy little decals on here. They actually don't even put those on. I actually appreciate that. So you can kind of decide if you want them or not. To give you an idea, let's kind of pop these on at least temporarily so you can see what it might look like. With the wing on it, it's going to look, in my opinion, pretty similar to an eRevo. However, you won't have the Mamba Monster, so you're not going to be running a 6S, first of all. Second of all, it's $200 cheaper. So for those of you who, you know, are into the kind of the monster truck or the truggy market, but you don't have $600, $700 to spend, this is a great option. So let's actually put the battery cover back on. So what else can I tell you about this? It looks like it's very basically, from an electronics standpoint, it's got aluminum everything, basically, except for the shocks. You've got really, really beefy A-arms, and which is why I think bashers really love these things. To be honest, on the MT4, I only really broke, I think, maybe some dog bones, I think. Something, just Brandon and I were shooting a running video for it, and we were trying to jump it off like a 30-foot dirt hill for this one shot, and it was just stupid to even be doing it in the first place, to be honest with you. But these also have the pillow balls in each wheel. So I've never been one to really, how do you, like, get in and, like, spend a lot of time tweaking an RC, mostly because when we get them in, we try to kind of get the out-of-the-box look and feel to it, and get it out, get our reviews and get running videos done as quickly as possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to just set this on here or not, but to give you an idea, let's see here. Whoops. Oh, I see what we got going on here. Wah, wah. I don't know why these would move around, but I guess that makes sense. So this is what to expect. You've got a really soft compound on these tires. They're not a lot, they're not huge like they were on the G3 MT4, but what you do have here is obviously a very, very solid RC1. I'm super, super excited. Don't ask me the top speed because I don't know. You guys always ask me the price, so I try to put it out there for you. It's about $200 less than the e-Revo. And, you know, other than at face value, okay, these shocks might be fine. You know, it's probably something I will upgrade, but you can see how it sits. I mean, just a lot of travel in the transmission or suspension, but it sits kind of forward a little bit. So that's it. That's the ST4 G3 from Thunder Tiger. If you have any questions about this, I guess I would call it a truggy, post them up on down below, or shoot on over to our forums at rcnetmer.com. Thanks, and we'll talk to you real soon.